Hey everybody, welcome back. Falcon, Dead in Bermuda, day 26 PM portion. Alrighty, I have everybody set up already ready to go for today. Before I go ahead and click next though, I want to discuss really quickly something I've been reading in the comments a lot, which is Falcon, do not make the bow. Skip the bow. You got fishing, you don't need the bow. You should probably research more and unlock some other things instead of the bow, because the bow essentially brings in a bunch of food, but it causes injuries over time, which is actually a bit harder to actually take care of as you go forward. Thanks for the advice. I do appreciate it for one. However, I recently got a message from one of the developers who was like, oh, by the way, Falcon, we did nerf fishing a little bit, and we buffed up hunting because of that same fact that people were basically skipping hunting because they were just doing just fine fishing over and over. So there has been a bit of an update to counteract that a little bit, so I'm not entirely sure if I should still skip it because of that message alone. I'm gonna go ahead and skip it based on your suggestion though. Hopefully it doesn't really bite me in the ass now that it's actually been updated a bit and, you know, nerfs and buffs here and there, but we'll see how it goes. I am gonna skip it, meaning we are no longer going to go ahead and craft the bow for now. I'm gonna probably go to the meat dryer. So we'll go to the meat dryer, and what that means is all we need is a bit more rope to actually make that happen, which is actually pretty good. So Bob and Ileana, they're gonna go back to researching, so we unlock some of the further things you could craft. Bob's gonna be fishing by himself here today. You're gonna be over here looking for fruit, Alice, because I was gonna have her cook, but in reality, all we have is 3 fish to cook. So I think we have enough meals for tonight going in anyway. You guys gonna find some rope, you guys will explore, everybody's good to go. Let's go on forward over here. So Bob and Ileana don't get along too well, by the way. Their affinity to each other is actually really low, so I'm a bit worried about that. So they're gonna continue going down, which is no good. Bob brought in 7 fish on himself. Oh, that's one of the updates right there, by the way. The fishing now causes depression or fatigue, whatever. That was depression, right? It was depression, yeah. I already forgot. Oh, 8 rope? That's really good. Thanks a lot, guys. We actually do need some of that going forward, especially for some of the future things we'll be looking for. Can you guys find a map for me? You obviously can. Good. Can't go wrong with the ladies over here. Always really good. Now, fishing causes depression. You're probably wondering why. Well, I think the update kind of discussed it as a way to, since they're out there fishing and they're over there, you know, kind of not really working, just kind of fishing, they have a lot of time to think about what's going on, and what's going on around them is obviously not a good scenario, so that's what causes depression, you know. Yeah, you know, if you agree with it, cool. If you don't, I don't necessarily agree with it too much, but it does make sense, I guess. It depends on the personality of the person, but hey, you know what? It's a game mechanic now, so we have to deal with it. So fishing, no longer OP as it used to be, so let's keep that in mind. Alejandro, you were a medic back then. A surgeon. Cool. And here is me, who I thought that surgeons were all old and cranky fellows. We've actually read this before, so this is nothing new. I'm gonna go ahead and skip through this one. This is where he thinks that, you know, she takes it the wrong way and she assumes that he means that, you know, only men could be doctors. You know, whether she's right or wrong about that, I'm not here to say, but it's a bit of a misunderstanding, definitely. It seems to happen, like, quite often in this game, doesn't it? Like, a lot of misunderstandings between these people. I suppose the situation kind of makes them all a little bit tense, but whatever. -5 to Winter's opinion about Alejandro. Alrighty, so be it. So let's find out what's happening here. Alice is a bit fatigued. That's the only thing that's really kind of a pressing matter right now. We have 10 fish, which is, you know, pretty good. That means that we might consider having her search for fruit in the morning, and then the PM portion will have her cook tomorrow. But let's take care of the hunger issues right now. We have quite a few good meals here. I guess we go after the medium ones because they're liable to degrade to this one over here. And we'll save these because if they degrade, it'll come over to the medium level anyway. We have a bunch of fruit going on too, which is actually pretty good. So let's go ahead and drop. Boom. Boom. We'll go 18 to 20. That one right here. That one right here. I think we'll basically just about waste all these meals for today. 3%, 1%, 6%, 13, and 11. Not too happy about this, but I guess I'll throw that one right there, and then we will also go with some of these degradable meals to cap some of these people off, hopefully, or at least close to it. Let's go ahead and see if we can hit some 5s. If we can hit some 5s on her, pretty good. You know, brought her down to 5%, 3%, 3, and 1. Do I want to use some fruit, maybe? You know what, let's go ahead and use 1 fruit on her. Over here and over here. We have a lot of water, so that's not really that much of a concern for me. 2% and 1%, I think is actually pretty ideal. So we'll hold on to these 4 tasty meals, 10 fish, and we'll go forward. Not too bad of a night in terms of at least negative opinions and depression, so that's actually pretty good. Fire intensity is down to 59. That's going to be a problem, though. We might actually have them search for some wood before we even make the meat dryer. I think that's going to be pretty good. So water supply is down to 40. 2 of our tasty meals degraded, and 3 of my 10 fresh fish went into barely edible. That's pretty good. That's not a really big loss right there. Alrighty. Day 27 AM portion. I'm still considering you guys continue searching about, right? Fatigue's at 19, 11 sickness. I'm not too crazy about that sickness, right, Jacob? As a matter of fact, not too crazy at all. Do I have anything for that immediately? No, not unless I want to use this, but I don't think 11% really warrants one of these guys. If I had some medicinal herbs, that could be pretty good, but we're not really focusing on that right now. This is going to be depression. Yeah. No, we'll hold off on that one. So, what about you? Fatigue is 24. Yeah, you guys are going to have to continue researching for a bit longer, though, unfortunately. Let's see here. Bob, you'll do the same old thing, which is actually just do some more fishing. Please contain the depression, my friend. You are going to search for... should we just have you rest now? 28. Yeah, you know what? Let's actually just take care of that now. We'll have you just rested out here for a while. You guys, I need a bit more wood for the fire, so let's focus on wood here today. How are you looking? 12 and 8? 8 and 15? And you girls are fine for another expedition. Alrighty, good. By the way, we could return to Johnny the Huge, the creepy guy, too. We should probably do that today, but let's also go check out this new thing that we uncovered here. Hollow tree. Let's find out what's happening over here. Oh, by the way, people told me red means Falcon, it's gone for good. So before you decide to make sure that it's gone for good, do the ones that are white first, which might, give you an item or something. So thanks a lot for that. I kind of figured it out eventually, but I still appreciate the comments, even if I have figured it out by then. Let me inspect this here really quickly. Big carved tree. The space inside it is so large that you could sleep in it. But you don't want to do it. It's full of darkness and spiders and whatnot. Spiders, ugh. Cockroaches, spiders, bugs in general. If the only bug I'm okay with is probably ladybugs. I don't mind ladybugs crawling on me, even some regular ants, not the fire variety. Fire variety, I actually got attacked by a hive of fire ants once when I was a kid. I was hiding from a friend trying to scare the crap out of him, and then I apparently crouched behind a car that had a little bit of a fire ant hill on it. I wasn't aware of this. I was hiding, and I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna scare this guy so good. And I feel like this really hot sensation on my leg. I look down. My knee down to my foot, completely covered in fire ants. Long story short, my leg was completely bloated up for at least 3 days. A bunch of, water, whatever the hell you want to call that, but it was just all bloated up. I punctured it and, had it seep out. Nasty story, I'm aware, but, fuck fire ants forever. Let's go ahead. That's the reason why I hate them so much in Fallout, too, by the way. Anyway, let's go ahead and search this here really quickly. Scavenging is going to be left to Alejandro. Good luck on that one, my friend. Stealth check is going to be failed. No surprise there. Big-ass boa just attacked me. Oh, good God, that's a lot of injury, dog. Hey, what's going on with these injuries now? They've been buffed up too, or is that just because the monster was so big? I don't know. I'm worried now. Alrighty, we got a skull. Scavenging +1. We got some soy sprouts at least, I guess. They're kind of like non-degradable, barely edible food, if I'm right. So, not too crazy about it. Let's go find out about Johnny here. Nope, I'm not drinking you anymore, my friend. If I find bottles, I will load them up, but I'm not going to use you anymore straight up. Not after what you did to me last time. Here's Johnny. Huge creepy guy, Johnny. Let's talk to this man. Let's progress the story here a little bit. I don't think it really matters who I talk to him with now, so let's just send... Who's my usual ambassador? It's either Alice or Ileana. We'll go with Alice over here. You give Johnny the 2 giant eggs. He softly opens the top of the egg with an elegant giant silver spoon, then plunges his head entirely in it. After a moment of disgusting noises, you see his head up again. Delicious! My. The meal of a king. The meal of a king of kings. Alice, you are my new best friend for life. Apparently it's part of the NWO as well. Yeah, you talked about someone? I kind of like you too, Johnny. Let's be honest here. We're not going to say that. I don't like this guy whatsoever. Look, I have an enormous idea. I tell you where you'll find someone who knows about the prophecy, and you give her the second egg as a present from me. You see, she's a wild party animal. I'd be delighted that she would come to my parties. She never came. I'm sure we could be very close friends. He winks again. Ugh. I don't think anybody should be friends with you, my friend. Actually, and by my friend, I'm being really facetious, by the way. Perfecto. Her name is Artie. She lives in the jungle. Oh, big surprise. Oh, find somebody in the jungle. Oh, really? I'm just completely surrounded by jungle. Where else could they be? Fucking hovering over the water somewhere? She lives in the jungle, in the northern part of the island. You can't miss her. Be sure to give her the egg, or she may kill you on sight. As I said, she's a bit wild. And very important, don't forget to say it's a present from Mr. Zos. She doesn't know my first name still. Wink. Alrighty. We got a fire crystal, though. That's a really good item. I like that one. So... we have to find Artie now. The only thing that worries about me is that what if telling her that we're friends with Johnny is going to cause a little bit of an issue here? I'm not sure. Alrighty. So, Bob, Ileana, research, you rest. You are going to fish one more time. So we have hopefully a bunch of food going into tonight. You guys will look for some wood, I did say, correct? And then you guys will explore one more time. I think we're ready to go here. Oh, wait a minute. Homeboy over here took a bunch of injury. Do we have painkillers? We do. We have only one left, though. 20 injury. Wow. I'm not sure if I'm really too crazy about using that one up. We have a bunch of soy sprouts. Wow, Lord. How do we get 22? I thought we had like 6 going into that little event right now. Oh, yeah, whatever. Yeah. Injury. Well, we could do this one. It's going to make you hungry, but yeah, food. You know what? Have the pirate's grog, my friend. Injuries down to 3. Hunger went up to 10. That's okay, because you know what we could do? We could just counteract that with some of these soy sprouts right here. Down to 7. Down to 4. And down to 0. There you go. Perfect. Works out really good for me. Injuries are a little bit more precarious now, too, so I should be worried about that. We could now craft the... What is the thing that we're talking about? We could craft the meat dryer, but I need some wood for the fire, so we'll have them scavenge one more time. Plus, any excess wood we'll probably use for the next research anyway, so might as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Let's go ahead and go forward now. What do you have here? 46%. Alrighty, fatigue 29. You know, we might have to get you guys some rest soon, but we might actually push some of that a bit longer here. Fatigue down to 0, as I expected. Depression. What's it going to be this time? No fish! Oh, I'm not too crazy about that, Bob. If you're going to be getting depressed, you better bring in fish, dog. 12 wood? I like that. No, I really do not. And what do you girls have over here for me? Another map, of course. My Explorer Extraordinaires. Fatigue 22, fatigue 30. We might give some rest to, you this time around, Julia. 15 injury, fatigue, yeah. Let's give Julia a little bit of a rest here. We're gonna send you off to obviously cook. One way or the other you have to cook today. We have 10 fish or 7. We have 7 for food today. Not too crazy about that. You, my friend, depression is getting kind of high. I do have 1 item for depression, right? Which is going to, well, yeah, this right here. Sickness is up to 10, though. Boy, oh boy. What do you guys think? Have them fish one more time and then we use it? Yeah, we'll probably fish one more time before we do use it. What's your intake for today? 0 to 7 again. Oh boy. Kind of want to get you guys some rest too, but I think research might be a little bit more important right now. And you guys will... Okay, you guys got the wood that we do need, right? So, you guys could start working on the meat dryer, which is not a bad idea. Meat dryer. Yeah, we have exactly what we need for it. So, let's go ahead and start working on that one. Let's bring these bad boys on over here. Come over here, Alejandro. Place you through here. And I really wish there was like an option where you could just right-click a person and it'll bring up a small little menu where it kind of gives you like every single location on the map that you could place them at. So you could just kind of like do it that way instead of just dragging stuff over. But you know, whatever. That's good. So yeah, you guys will craft. We are at 51 and 65. Okay, that'll gonna have to do for now. We took down your injury, so you're at 19 fatigue, and you're at 26 fatigue. Jury is bringing us down a little bit here, but... do we just get him rested now for tomorrow? Good thing is you're at 19, so you're going to be yellow when Yuri comes around next time. So, I don't know, maybe we do that. We'll rotate them at least for 1 more portion. You guys research, you will cook. You guys just rest it out. Bob... Bob. Do we just forego the fishing and have you work on the suppression here instead? What we could do is just bring you over here, but we need somebody to talk to you, though. Who do you get along with? Discussion here. States, let's see, Bobby. Old Bobby here, you're at... Well, look at your skills here. Bobby, you're at discussion 52. I mean, I could put Alice there with you, but she has to cook, so no. 38 with Julia, 19 with Yuri. Winters. We could have Winters go for it, I do suppose. Ileana as well, if I wanted to get her off of research, but I really don't. Do we just take a break from... You know what? Let's take a break from exploration right now. We'll have both of you talk. Your affinity isn't too low, so it should help out the depression here a little bit. So we'll do that one, and let's go ahead and find out what's in this map that we just uncovered. Cute and... Oh, by the way, I forgot that we could chop down this tree now. Chop down tree for wood? Yeah, why not? So, who's got the strength for this? Yuri. You're resting too, which is actually really good. So you'll cut down this tree and then you will rest. Excellent. You're probably not going to pass that stealth check. Oh, success at 24. Really good. So let's see what we got here. 9 wood. Perfect. And you're going to rest anyway, so it's not a big problem. Alrighty, good. Good stuff. Over here is the dude we just uncovered. Cute animal. Last time I tried to pet this guy, he bit me. He injured me. So you know what? Cute animal, I'm going to kill you this time around. Jacob, you know what to do, my friend. Kill this goddamn furry cute animal. And you actually pass the success chance of stealth as well. 6 fresh meat. That's gonna be more meals for us to cook too, which is actually really ideal. Alrighty. Anything else that I really have to follow up on here that I have not? Other than the fig tree as well. Remember we have the big fig tree over here. We could chop this down for some wood. The fruit hasn't really been too great, so I'd rather just have, like, you know, a search for fruit. This is for depression, right? Fatigue down, depression up, if I remember. So, okay, yeah, let's just go back to camp. I think we're ready to proceed forward here. How much food do we have? 6 and 7 for meals? Perfect, let's go forward. Alrighty, so you're going to start working on that, which is fine. Give us a little bit of a head start. I don't expect it to go up too fast. 9%, it's only one person. To be expected. We'll have you rest AM on 28, and then we'll have Yuri take over. 66, good. Good progress. We might have to get you guys some rest too as well. Level 4 for Ileana, 34. I should start focusing on Ileana's second thing after she's done researching, by the way. She gets a lot of points, thankfully, so we should be able to do something pretty good with her. 7 tasty meals is actually really good to see. And 4 regular meals, good. I'll take it. Fatigue 9, great. You could probably search for some fruit tomorrow. Depression down to 0, down to 2, fatigue down to 15, and you got a new trait as well, gymnast. Agility skills progress faster by twice the amount. Not bad. Did homeboy? Oh, he wasn't tired, he was just depressed. Okay, fatigue's all the way gone. Perfect. Good stuff. That was it. Alright, right. There was nobody on the other side of the map. I'm so used to having people on the other side of the map, I thought something bad went down just now. I'm not sure we're going anywhere with all this prophecy thing. What's the point of fighting each day to survive if we don't know where we are heading for? It's too much pain to bear. If there is no end to this journey, we may as well die now. I don't see the difference apart from suffering a lot. In this case, living equals pain. The future is assured. It's just the past that keeps changing. Oh, Yuri, you fucking baller, you. You mean like our own mortality is something inescapable and that certainly should bring us to the will to act now to make our own history? Very motivational. Thanks, Dad. Alrighty, good. Depression went down at Ileana. Not that she was really high on it to begin with, but whatever. Father and daughter get along better. Big surprise there, right? Alrighty. So, we need to get you some rest next time, Jacob. Let's find out what's happening here. A bunch of people. Nobody over 20, though, which is actually pretty good. So, let's start dropping some of these meals through here. We'll do 18. Bring it down to you. Bring you down. Bring you down. You down, and let's see here. 11, 19, and 12. I guess we have to go with Ileana for this one. Perfect, down to 1. So we have 11 and 12 and 7 and 4 and another 4. I guess we could take care of this by some fruit. Let's not use up the tasty meals, but let's get rid of these barely edible stuff here first. We'll toss this over here. Try to get you down to 0 if we can. We did. And that's about it. Let's go ahead and use some fruit to bring you down to 1, 4, 12. We'll do bam. And bam. Let's not get too crazy with the fruit, by the way, because we have to take care of our thirst as well. But this is fine. So 6, 9, and 2. I like it. Let's go ahead and go forward. Intensity's down to 35, so we definitely have to stoke that fire. 4 of our 9 tasty meals went down to regular meals. 1 out of 2 fresh fish went into barely edible stuff. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Alrighty. We have day 28 over here. You have to rest this time around. Let's get that out of the way. You're going to go back to exploring some of the map for us, obviously, Julia. And Yuri, you're good to go, so it's time to go back to crafting. Jacob, 41. I think it's about time we deal with this. Depression is at 6, so you're fine to just rest here. Ileana, what about you? 34 fatigue. No, I think we stick you here for a bit longer. Let's also level you up here really quickly. Skills, 15 skills, so really good to see. Let's start thinking about a backup plan for her after she's done researching. We need something else that's going to help us out. What is she relatively at least decent at? Not many things. Maybe we could start up in cooking a bit. No, but we already have Alice for that. Scavenging, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what is going to be good for her after researching, really. I'm really confused about this one. I could just put her as discussion and she could be like our go-to depression person. Wouldn't be too bad. Discussion, let's see. It's gonna be constitution, right, for discussion, or no? Exploring, harvesting, agility is gonna be cooking, drying meals, strength is crafting, and fighting is that. Intelligence, discussion. Again, we could do this and just have her be our designated, like, shrink, I guess. That's one way to go about it. Hunting's not going to be working out. Fishing, you know, not really. We have Bob and Jacob for that. Harvesting, you know, maybe as a backup harvester. That'd be a lot of points going into it. And this is based on Constitution, which is actually really low. Cooking and drying meals, she could do that relatively well. Cooking, drying meals. We're gonna start drying meals kind of soon though, aren't we? But we have to cook them first, right? We could have one person cooking, the other one drying meals. I'm not sure. Let's go ahead with, at least for now, not scavenging. Well, she's got a pretty high stealth thing, so we could get scavenging up. Be like a backup scavenger while my other people explore? Or craft, maybe? Man. Scavenging is based off a unlikely Constitution, though. Alrighty, let's go with the shrink idea. Let's bring you up to like 80. 81's gonna get you high green. We'll have 5 points left over. We will toss those into maybe more knowledge so you actually get these researches done faster too. Okay, for now we'll do this one, but we have to start looking beyond researching after a while here. So we'll have you do that a bit longer. You are going to look for some fruit, I did say. You guys will rest. You are back to fishing. And then you're also good to go. Let's get you back on exploring. And no tool gathering for now. That's good. That's good. You're fishing. Alright, let's go forward here. Oh, right. Need to take care of that too. So, convert. Let's get us up pretty high. We're gonna have to look for wood before we start going to the next recipe anyway, so we'll just bring it up to 90 for now. Let's go forward. Crafting up to 19, so we brought it up by 10. Fatigue barely went up. Really good to see. What do you have for me here? 76? Not bad. Fatigue's up to almost 40. We might get you some rest here pretty soon. 21 down to 6. Great. Bob, what do you got for me? For a second there, Bob was wearing his little... Oh, only 1? Oh, that's really bad, Bob. 5 fruit. 19 fatigue. And what do you guys girls have over here? 100. Great. Another new map for us. Fatigue a little bit high up. You guys love each other. I like it. Alrighty, we're gonna wrap it up here for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up. Leave a like. The support does mean a lot. I will catch you next time.